Hello YouTube, watch this 10,000 subscriber special parkour. Oh. You can stop recording, please. Yo! 10,000 subscribers! Thank you guys for making this possible. And to reward you, I bring the highly demanded Silent Aim. This feature will let you upgrade your previous boring aimbot into a supreme killing machine. You can aim anywhere and shoot. The bullet will magically still hit the target without moving the camera. You can sit back and relax whilst the Silent Aim goes crazy. Truly an amazing addition. This is possible because, as I show in this video, we will find out how to dislocate the camera from its view angles, allowing an aimbot to work without changing our point of view. It just shoots everybody. You can use this logic for other games, but remember to research the applicability in beforehand. You can hit me up on Discord by joining the Patreon membership, and remember to like the video, write a comment, maybe a video idea. You can join the Discord server. Now, don't be a douche, do not use cheats for unfair advantages, do not use it in multiplayer, you will get banned, just don't do it. Now enjoy this video. Welcome to today's showcase. So without further ado, let's jump into the game. Alright, so we're inside of Counter-Strike Condition 0 in Dash Insecure mode, and we will take our aimbot now. Here is my example aimbot. We can see that when you hold the aimbot key, it aims on the enemy. And this is pretty annoying because when you look somewhere, it will rotate the whole camera and everything. You can't look somewhere else. It will instead focus on that enemy. If we instead use the Silent Aim, this feature is what you will learn. We can instead, when we click or hold the aimbot key, shoot on an enemy wherever we aim. So we can look towards the wall and still shoot enemies. You don't have to be annoyed because of the movement of the camera. Instead, you can just So, the tutorial. Now, how do we begin in creating this Silent Aim feature? So, to explain it in very simple terms, for many games, not all games, but many games, you have your view angles, which is the X and Y, or pitch and yaw, for your character, where you aim. So, when you aim, you shoot somewhere. That's it. But then, you have your camera view, which would be this guy, where you see your weapon and so on. And these addresses both need to be found because we will disable the instructions that move the camera. So we stay in place whilst moving the view angles, so the X and Y, to the enemies, shoot them, and then move them back, and then restore the camera view. Let's go right into it. Before we jump into the game, make sure that you are in the properties, in the launch options, using Dash Insecure. This is incredibly important because otherwise you will be VAC banned. Now, when in game, you can open the console and check for the VAC secure mode disabled. We can open Cheat Engine. So we will need to find both of these addresses, the camera view that follows the view angles and also our view angles. Now, for source games, a lot of them, you will have a negative axis going upwards and positive going downwards. This means we can just search for negative, positive, and finally at the end find the view angles. So let's get right into it. We will search for unknown initial value per scan, then move our cursor up and search for decreased value because it goes negative. So we continue that. I have hotkeys. So decreased, decreased, increased, increased. So I only have 78 addresses left now, and I will start to investigate these green addresses first. So let's begin by extracting the hw.dll addresses and freeze them to see if our crosshair gets stuck or our view model sort of skids out. Either one will be good for us. So we select a few, maybe 5, then move our crosshair up. Now, if it was the cam address or the crosshair address, it will start to spaz out, and it doesn't do that, so we will continue. Select some more, and now when I try to move the crosshair, we can see that it gets stuck. So one of these are the crosshair, and we don't know which one, so we will narrow it down by selecting just a few, spacebar to freeze them. You can see that it still freezes, so select one, nothing, check for that view mode, it doesn't. Select one, and we can see that this is our view angle Y. So I found the view angle, so now we just need to find the camera address that corresponds to the weapon where it aims. So we will continue and freeze the next addresses, so nothing happens. So you do this until you find the correct one. Alright, so it took a while, but it's very subtle sometimes. So these ones, freeze them and then move down. You can see that the screen sort of jumps. You saw the jump there. So let's narrow it down, select these ones, move down. You can see that it jumps, which means it's one of these. Let's select only 2, go down, wait for the jump. Oh, there's the jump. So be very careful when you go between these addresses. Let's check this address, freeze it. Wait, if we select the next one, there. So we have found our address. You can see the jump more clearly there. But if we now remove these other ones, we don't need them. Rename this to cam Y because of a lack of good naming. And we take this address, we right click, or before that, go into settings and enable the VEH debugger. And now right click, find out what writes to this address, capture the instruction that writes this angle. What we can do now is open this disassembler and take a closer look. Now, if you look at the right, see the values that are being transformed. So if we now right click and replace with code that does nothing, you can see that our weapon now moves without our camera moving. Cursor stays the same, and we can shoot on different targets without having to move the camera. Amazing. But this is only the y-axis, but if you look one step down or one step before, you will find the x-axis. Sort of guess your way into finding the next axis. So if we replace those as well, we can now move the character freely. Amazing. So this is sort of just what we do. We dislocate the camera from the view angles. We shoot at the enemy and then just go back. Right clicking, restore with original code. Make sure you don't crash here, that's a bit annoying. And when you're done with that, you can select the first instruction, then the second one, right click and copy to clipboard, bytes only, because we only need the bytes. Then open Notepad, copy paste that, and what we did to sort of replace them with code that does nothing is that we nopped them. So this will just be the same but with 90 values instead. So you can just write which will be the new ones. So when you replace these bytes with these ones, it will disable these instructions. So let's also grab the address. Dislocate or something. So we have the needed information now to create the silent aim feature. Let's take a look at it, how we use this information in the Aimbot to perform this. So here is my beautiful little Counter-Strike Condition Zero project. Let me know if I should make a series on this game. So now the difference from the regular Aimbot, where we take the entities, we take the positions and calculate the angles needed to aim at them, we perform a little twist to get this silent aim feature. So just before we force the new angles right over them, we will dislocate the camera. We dislocate the camera by nopping the instructions, the bytes, just like you saw in Sheet Onion, and then write the new angles. After that, we then write the old angles back. So we go back from we originally had. So it's not just an aimbot, it aims at the enemy, shoots, then goes back and restore the camera location of the view angles. So we restore the dislocation and we were done. Let's take a look at it and move closer to the bots. If you now hold the aimbot and silent key, he will shoot enemies without having to aim on them. Or you can see the kill feed up here. So it's pretty amazing. Something like this, look. Just the last one, get a knife. But that's it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know the other suggestions you want me to cover, the series, the coding language, whatever. I'll listen. Alright, see you guys.